All right, what's up, everyone? Sean here, aka Hawk525, hosting another episode of the Hypecast once again, and I am joined by the lovely gentleman, starting with Cwiet. How you been, man? What have you been doing?
Yo, been all right. Just doing art streams, and right at the moment, I'm making a overlay. So I hope I can be streaming Smash sometime soon. Other
Nice.
than that, I'm feeling kind of sick. Playing Undertale, that's awesome. I can't wait to finish it. It's really good so far.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, man, super good. Have you tried it?
me? Oh no, Undertale's not for Max, so I cannot.
Yes, it is.
Wait, is
He
it?
just doesn't want it.
What is
Yeah,
it? Wait, no,
yeah,
you told me it isn't.
do it.
No, I
What's
told you
wrong
it
with you?
is the other day, and you're like,
Oh,
"No,
that's right,
I
that's right.
won't
Yeah,
play it
yeah, yeah.
again."
Do it. No,
No.
no, it's a good game. You should play it. I don't think you should stream it though. You should play it.
Well, I'm not gonna.
Well,
Yeah, I'll
you could
probably
stream it.
record it, but I'm not gonna. Nah, no.
You
I feel
stream
like
Fallout, so there's that.
You
I
said
feel
don't
like
play it.
if Ender bought me Undertale, it'd be a waste because I don't know, man. It's just I don't know. I really can't
Just
see
play it.
myself playing it.
It's good. It's good. No, trust me, it's good.
Ah,
I have been
ah,
playing. I have only played 2 hours of it, and I already love it. That's
ah,
how good it is.
ah.
Yeah,
Peer pressure.
Well, glad you're lucky
it's
in
just
it.
one of those games that you just experience it, and you just have a blast playing.
Hmm. So, which like ending, or I mean not what ending, like
I'm
style you're
just
going
playing the
for, like
game as
neutral
it is.
or
I'm just playing the game. I don't really have any plans, but in terms of killing anything, I have literally not killed anything. So I suppose I'm doing the pacifist run.
hmm.
Yeah.
I see.
hmm
All right, cool. So Ender, how you been, man?
I've been good. Still been busy with work and stuff like that. I've been taking a break from multiplayer games and have been spending some time with Wind Waker HD, and finally, like I bought Metroid Prime Trilogy on Wii Virtual Console a long
Nice.
time ago, and I
Yeah.
finally have actually just sat down and played a good amount of time into it. It's really fun. I really like the morph ball puzzles of Prime One. I look forward to seeing how two Echoes and three Corruption turn out.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but they're pretty good games. It's a lot different than Metroid Fusion, and I assume the other 2D Metroids, but it still kind of has that same, like, all right, you go get a power up to go, and then you go back to do something you saw earlier and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
The whole Metroid.
Yeah, it does have that Metroid feel to it for when it comes to like the 2D Metroids
It,
and
it
yeah.
is it is all in all a Metroid game, even though it's like
Mm-hmm.
first person shooting type thing, but it's mostly a bunch of nice puzzles and platforming, and it's not particularly difficult at this moment in time, but it's still enjoyable. I'm
Mm-hmm.
enjoying my time with it.
Um, so you've been playing also Wind Waker, right? HD.
Oh yeah, yeah. I didn't play that as much. I mean, I've got the sale, and then that's where I left off.
No,
I
okay.
I did the first island, then I did the fortress, and then I got the sale, and then I started playing Metroid Prime, and that's where I've been thus far.
Oh.
I'll probably finish up Wind Waker closer to Twilight Princess's launch, so
Mm-hmm.
I
Oh my
can
God. Why don't you
have
stream Wind Waker?
just busy. Like I
Yeah.
mostly
No,
only
it's
get to
just
play a game like a couple hours a day, maybe,
I get you.
or
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, and it
uh,
it's a good game to just kind of play by yourself too.
yeah. I also don't like when it comes to games that have been out for a while. You kind of get the backseat vibe. People coming in
Oh,
trying to help,
that's
but
so
Mm-hmm.
true.
just kind of bossing you around, and it's kind of like I want to kind of experience it just like a game idly.
Like
Mm-hmm.
figure it out yourself.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and
I
Mm-hmm.
get.
but another thing I did today earlier, went to go see The Good Dinosaur with Danielle. It's a very, my opinion, it's a very average movie.
Yeah, I heard it was okay.
It's it's
I
it's
heard it's
not a
pretty.
bad movie. It's just forgettable. I think is the
Yeah,
It's
word.
like it's very
Is
mediocre or whatever. Or
not mediocre. It's just
not.
basic.
Yeah, it's very forgettable. It's like
okay.
literally like it has this weird Western vibe in it, and it has like me and my girlfriend were talking about it, and we think that when it comes to a companion style like story, we think that it was achieved better in How to Train Your Dragon than this movie. So
Oh, I see.
Just
Yeah.
watch The Good Dinosaur is gonna get movie of the year.
I doubt it.
Yeah,
If that happens, then
it's either Pixar's or Disney, man. That's the
I have
problem.
even more reason to like. I don't know, dude. This is like a really low bar Disney.
Yeah. What
Like
is Pixar's?
like Frozen was better than this, man, and like Frozen's also very mediocre to me, but at
No.
least Frozen had like more to it than this movie. Like
Yeah.
the protagonist of the movie is just more annoying. Like there's always that like dweeb type character finding himself to make parents proud story, but like usually the character has like some wit or charm or something that makes him likable, whereas the fucking dinosaur in this was like just kind of annoying, flailing around all the time. But that's enough about that.
Yeah.
Video games.
Well, I mean,
Talk about-
I have no problem
let's
talking
talk
about
the
anything.
Peanuts movie, guys.
Oh, I saw that too. That was
I like the Peanuts movie.
it was
I'll be honest with you.
it was Peanuts.
I like
I
it.
mean,
Yeah.
there's literally lines that are from like I remember that are from Charlie's Brown's Christmas. Like it's literally the exact same thing. Whereas he pays fucking black-haired bitch, and she's like jingle jingle
Black-haired
jingle. I love the sound of money. The dog licks her, and she's like, I oughta call the ambulance or whatever. Like it's the same lines,
Pretty
and
much
yet
like
I still
the
can't recite them.
episodes, combined.
God,
It
I
kinda, like forms one.
It's the
one
ultimate Peanuts experience.
Yeah.
But that was a better movie than Good Dinosaur, in my
Oh yeah,
opinion.
so much
What
better.
what the Good Dinosaur did though, it's like it was really the set pieces. It had really good set pieces.
I heard it was just really pretty and all that.
Mhm.
No.
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah, that's all I can say about that.
Yeah.
Sam Elliott's a dinosaur, so that's cool.
Oh yeah.
Man, I have not paid attention to movies at all. Pretty much, like even for like Civil
Haven't even
War
watched
and blah
Pacific
blah.
Rim yet.
I have not watched Pacific Rim, and I still have the
We're
copy.
gonna have to dude bro it like one day, man.
Dude, bro.
And just like freaking get some like I don't know, beer or something.
And I still have not watched Fully Cooley. I really gotta manage my time, but
Only 6 episodes.
it's gonna happen. It's gonna happen.
I also watched Ruby season 2 finally after saying I'd watch that forever.
Uh,
What's that?
Ruby volume 2.
What is it?
Like I don't watch web series until like a whole season's done because I just kind of want to. I'd rather leave on just one cliffhanger than multiple.
hmm
That makes any sense.
Wait, you haven't heard of Ruby?
No,
Quiet?
I finished Ruby volume 2.
Oh no, I'm asking Quiet if he heard of Ruby.
No, I've never heard of this at all.
Oh,
RWBY. It's a animated web series from Rooster Teeth. I think it's
Oh.
on Crunchyroll.
Monty. I forgot his full name, but Monty. Yeah,
Oh.
he was the one who produced it or designed it, pretty much. Like
yeah,
created it. Unfortunately, he passed away, but
but it's carrying on.
yeah. All right, so Zawarudo, how you been, man? What you been up to?
Yes.
I've been
Hello,
up to-
I've been alright. And to add to Undertale, do not do genocide unless you want to break your hands.
Yeah, that must be like hard mode, pretty much. If I'm
I don't think it's hard mode. I think it's just.
No,
just
it's
hard
harder.
to- Is it harder?
It's definitely harder. Like
Yeah.
the game purposely skews it purposely skews genocide to be more hard than regular, possible but hard because it's like it's supposed to deter you from playing it that way.
Oh, I see.
so
And
genocide.
like literally like it's like a gradual difficulty and then at the end it just spikes and it to the point where I guarantee you Zawardo is not the only one that has been like, this isn't for me. Like I've seen forum posts and stuff. So
genocide, you're killing everyone. Is that
you're
what's that?
killing everything. You are
Everything.
purposely setting out to find every random encounter because there's like a finite number of enemies in each area.
Mhm.
So you literally kill everything.
I see.
Everyone. everyone.
That sounds pretty cool. But at the same time, like, do you have the heart to kill these lovable characters?
I did.
Nope.
So far, I'm really enjoying everything of it. So I can't imagine doing that.
Wait. Which skeleton is your favorite?
So far I like Sans.
Let's
No
move
one-
on.
no
This
one
is
does.
so far. This is just so far. I'm not saying I love Sans now, like forever. I'm just saying, just as of now, I like Sans.
Papyrus.
I like Papyrus. I'm
Papyrus
not
is
saying
really
Papyrus
strong,
I hate.
too.
I like Papyrus.
Papyrus is really strong too. So.
He's hilarious. I think he's awesome. He makes spaghetti, man. That already won me over. But and you get to go on a date with him.
Oh, sorry about that.
Oh, that's a spoiler though. But the game's been out since like September, so I hope
Yeah.
not spoil too much.
Real spoilers will, they'll rise.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you've been playing Fallout 4 as well, right, Zawarudo?
Mm-hmm.
Yep. How you been liking it? I don't think we've heard from you last time.
Well, it's like any other Fallout game that I played, which was only number 3. They really fixed a lot of 3's problem, thank God.
Mm-hmm.
And what else? The companion model that they use tends to be a little broken because they can never die.
Oh yeah, of course.
Oh,
Don't
look.
waste them stim packs on them.
Yeah. Or it's like, oh look, there's a super mutant coming straight at you with a mini nuke. Stand right here, please. Good boy, dog meat.
Yep, and then they can withstand any freaking nuclear blast. It's like, oh, hey, what's up? After everything's all clear, their health just comes back.
And there's that little thing that Hawk is doing right now.
Oh yeah, so nice little segue. So I've been playing Fallout, more Fallout, and just just playing Bethesda game, right? Just playing it the Bethesda way, right? I mean, I'm just it's the stupid exploit with the XP after you get onto the airship, blah 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 blah. I think
I don't even know what airship you're talking about. I would totally exploit that.
oh yeah, well.
Brotherhood of Steel, Ender.
I know, but I just haven't progressed that far in the game because I get sidetracked in that game too much, and I've been playing other games.
Oh yeah. Once you like kind of further yourself with the Brotherhood quests, then you have access to the airship, and then essentially that's where you get to do the exploit, and it involves with shooting a certain person on the ground from the airship, and then you can essentially keep doing that over and over and over and over.
Repeatedly
Again.
kill him?
What's up? You have to kill him.
You repeatedly kill him?
Pretty much, yeah. So you're supposed to escort this person, but and you meet up with this person on the ground, but no, you stay on the airship, you snipe them while hidden, and then you come back to the person who made that quest. You talk to him, you get your experience, and then you just rinse and repeat. That's it. The only thing is that you have to be hidden while you're shooting the escort T.
That's cool.
Yeah. You can get pretty good
Better
amounts.
than putting a book on and off a shelf.
Yeah. You get a good amount of experience, and that's a fine way to level up and get all your perks and and all that stuff. So I've been doing that. What was it? I totally forgot to mention that I played Fatal Frame with Cwiet. That was like a while back.
That was freaking October, man.
That was in
Like
October.
Halloween.
Yeah, I know. Failed to mention that in the last stream. But yeah, we were kind of just moving along for Nintendo Direct. But anyways, yeah, so played a Fatal Frame with Cwiet. Remember, Cwiet was having quite the trouble with the motion controls on the
Yeah, I was
gamepad.
busting out all those thieves.
Yeah, all
I
those
just,
all
I
those
just kept
Steves.
pressing the X button because like, oh man, every time I play Splatoon, that's like the fixed camera view, and like I just forced. I don't know why I just do it,
Yeah, I
Yeah.
and that ended up
understand.
that ended up becoming like the Steve for me.
Steve.
Dude.
Steve.
Dude. We love
It's
you, Steve.
like in some games where the crouch button is like switched with a grenade button. Those are bad transitions because you're trying to like crouch behind cover or something and you end up chunking a grenade at yourself.
Oh,
Yeah, that's no bueno.
no bueno.
No bueno.
Um, what else? Yeah, that's about it for just playing games recently. Yeah, being Fallout 4 being the most recent, of course. Still fun.
That game seems very split between whether or not people like it or not.
Yeah, it's very mixed because of how many changes that it kind of went through.
But,
So
but from what I understand, Fallout 3 is supremely different from like the original two Fallouts from Obsidian, which were
I see.
like isometric, top-down, heavy RPG mechanics.
I see.
So I don't know. Like I'm not too big in the Fallout franchise, but I think it's a pretty good game. I think most of what it was is people overhyped themselves, so
I
they
think yeah, and
set themselves up for disappointment.
yeah. I think they just put in too many expectations, and it just doesn't come out how they want it. It's a very fun game. I mean I understand why people don't like it. It's kind of like how I'm with Battlefront, because a lot of like the old Battlefront fans don't like it because a number of things is missing and this and that and all that. But it's good for newcomers because I don't know what to expect, and
Yeah,
yeah. So it's kind of like that with Fallout 4.
I feel like a person like that has always had an advantage if they like jump into like a series after the fact.
Mm-hmm.
Like
Yeah.
it's somewhat of an advantage from like a playing standpoint. Maybe not like having like fundamentals of whatever game, but like for me, like like I never really sat down and delved into a 3D Zelda, so I think I'm gonna have that like Wind Waker being like, oh, this is really cool. Like I've played them before, but I've never like sat down to beat them
Mm-hmm.
because it was always at like a friend's house. So, or the way I'm feeling with Metroid Prime right now, it's like I've never played a Metroid Prime game before, so like or did any of that. So
Mm-hmm.
the first time you play something, I think if you go in with limited expectations, you're probably gonna enjoy it more.
Yeah.
I don't know.
All right. So we can pretty much talk about all the news that happened over the past few weeks. Even some old ones too. A couple of them. You guys want to talk about Street Fighter 5 since it's coming up pretty soon, and since it's coming out in February, and we can pretty much like talk about all the data mining and the leaks and the
Haven't really seen much on it lately, unless it's just like I've seen it and it was a while back.
yeah
Just
yeah
didn't
yeah.
talk
We
about
haven't
it on
really
the
talked
podcast.
about it. So like Dalsum, and then of course the
We
release.
talked about Dalsum, or was that just in conversation?
That was in
on the podcast?
conversation.
Oh, all right.
Yeah. So yeah, Dalsum's in, and then it's coming out in February, and then the big data mining happened, and pretty much like certain characters like Urian and Alex are possibly in the game. Nothing's really confirmed right now, still. But I don't know. I feel like I really feel like it's a thing, and we will definitely get them as DLC characters, um, and I'm pretty happy with that. Yeah, especially with Alex, because really wanted Alex in the game because I thought he looked really cool. He was fun to play. Even in Tatsunoko versus Capcom back on the Wii. Even though I mean that's like a completely different game comparing to like let's say Third Strike, but I think as a character he's really cool. He's really fun to like kind of know him, and yeah, I would love to see him in HD form, and I want to see what kind of design he gets for Street Fighter 5, and yeah, I would love to see it. As for other characters, Urian, I'm pretty curious too. Never ever touched Urian, even in Third Strike. Really like to see what V trigger he has, especially
Takes
especially
his
what.
clothes off.
Yeah, the clothes.
Play
Yeah,
with- he'll play with his clothes on.
yeah,
His
yeah.
V trigger, he just rips them off.
He rips them
And
off.
it's like an Akali thing. It's just
Mhm.
it's just constantly off.
Mhm. Yeah. That's like the idea most people want for his V trigger. But yeah, of course, nothing has been said, so it's still up in the air.
Technically not confirmed.
Yeah, technically not confirmed. Anyone else want to weigh their thoughts into this data mining, all
Did
that
we
stuff?
talk about Fang or Fen or
I thought it was Zen that it was.
it starts with F because they literally found like audio of them.
Oh, you're talking about like
The last character that hasn't been revealed for the original 16. It's a newcomer.
Fun. I think that's his name.
It starts with an F, ends with an N. Somewhere,
Fun. It's
somewhere in there.
Fan.
Dumb name. because in
Fan.
English,
Yeah, I think it's Fan.
Oh, okay.
Fan.
Yeah, something like
I could have
that.
sworn it's fun. I thought it was like
Or
a dumb
Foon.
name. Yeah, Foon.
I don't know. It's something like that,
But
but
like, I don't know.
yeah. I like the fact that maybe Ibuki's gonna make a comeback
Ibuki.
because I like Ibuki.
Loki's
Even
cool.
though she's like super high execution and I don't do any of the stuff like you're supposed to play her. I play her raw ass stupid because she's oh my goodness. High execution character, like high levels. Like I went back and watched some I was watching some Excellent Adventures and watching them play some Ibukis. I was like, this guy is doing some really tight one frame links. Crazy shit.
Oh yeah, Cwiet. I understand that you want to get into Street Fighter 5, and you even want to get the PS4 for Street Fighter 5.
Yeah. Gonna get a fight stick. Gonna get all that good stuff. I'm excited. That's all I say. I'm excited.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Make your fight stick.
This will be like I'll just
Order
borrow
all them pieces from Nippon. And
Yeah.
then like
Use,
put them
Zawadu.
in like a cereal box. or something.
Yeah, dude. That'd be really cool.
Or I could just, borrow Zawarudo's fight stick. If you know what I mean.
Yeah,
No, I don't. Elaborate.
please.
Because Zawarudo's straight, guys. So.
Yeah. All right. Anyways, but yeah, so you actually want to go into as getting a fight stick, right?
Yeah, man. I actually want to play it as it's meant to be played. I don't want to play it on a controller. I can't imagine playing.
What about a fight pad?
What's that?
So basically it's a controller, but all the 6 buttons are laid out like as if it's a
the
fighting.
one that Kai has, right?
Yes.
No, I'm good.
You're good. You want a stick?
I want to stick.
Okay. All right.
Because my thumbs would have to, or I don't know how that would work. Like, I need to put my hands like if I'm holding a controller, or can I actually have one of my hands like a joystick, like like a controller, and the other hand kind of like a,
I used to play like that.
I don't know. It's kinda weird.
MK9, but that was a 4-button fighter, so it was a lot easier to do.
Mm.
Yeah.
And then I got a PDP fight pad once, and it was great for 2 months. And then one of the micro switches broke, and it's not a good investment because you can't replace just the micro switch or just the joystick if a joystick or a button breaks.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas you can with a fight stick, like if a button breaks, you can buy a new button, open it up, and replace it. So I would say a fight stick would be a better investment if you're serious
I
about
feel
wanting
like-
to use that kind of peripheral.
Yeah, and not only that, I could use it for other games too. Like, Killer Instinct's gonna be on PC, so I could play Killer Instinct on that, and then of course
Yeah.
Fightcade.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah. You can use the Hori fight pad for PC.
You could use the fight stick for Indivisible if that ever happens.
Yeah. Oh,
that's
I
true.
actually did that when I streamed it.
I did.
Yeah.
After trying to do those platforming things, and I was like, okay, this is much easier than the occasional disconnecting controller.
It's a little harder for me. Just I don't know because I was just so used to the fight pad. It just made sense to me. Yeah. But speaking of Indivisible, I would love for us to talk about that as of what's been happening for to it lately. So it's how much does it have right now? Is it at 1.2?
It's
80 somethings at 80 something percent.
It's at 83%. They need about roughly $260,000 more in the next 5 days.
That's crazy.
It's
Man.
possible because
very.
honestly, like between yesterday and today, they made 40,000.
Holy crap.
So I think since it's closer to the end, it's more likely for people to get picked up. They've also put the prototype on Steam directly so people can check it out and all that. And they've been doing update videos and showing stuff off. I doubled down and have put another $60 towards it on
Oh
a
my
separate
goodness.
account so I can get a second physical copy of the game if it happens.
Get the Hawk and all that stuff. Or just one just to keep around.
I don't know, maybe one to keep, one to open. I don't know. I haven't figured it out. I don't want to plan too far ahead just in case it doesn't happen. I don't want to get the biggest anti-boner ever because it just doesn't happen. Like
The biggest of blue
I don't
balls.
want it to become the next PT of like, oh, this could have been great, but it just didn't happen.
Well,
Yeah.
PT is different. It's like
No, but that
freaking-
was still the thing. It had a playable teaser, and this was a playable prototype, and it shows you a bit of like a fraction of what a full game could be.
That's
And
true. Yeah.
The only difference is PT was shut down because of
business
corporate business
reasons.
This is just
Not enough
just
money.
harder. It's harder. It's harder, I think, to crowdfund something for a high budget, even though that's literally going to transition into like a better product in the end.
Yeah.
Because that's just how it works, and because it's not only going to be like $1.5 million worth, because 505 is going to give them another $2 million. So this would be like a $3.5 million game that is like has the most, and they would have the most creative control over it too. Which I think even if the Kickstarter doesn't happen, or not the Kickstarter, the Indiegogo campaign doesn't happen, I could see them trying to like maybe get a publisher, but they lose some creative control. I don't know. That's might just be me with wishful thinking, wanting it to be a thing. But the art style and everything, and it's the way the combat works is really neat. They made a blog post explaining how the combat will be more complex even in the final version. Like one of the examples was enemies that can also block the way you do, so you have to use like maybe 2 heavy attacks to break their block. And then changing the way like the ED meter builds up, or like your attack meter, and like doing like OTG combos that give you a little bit more action meter that depletes over time, so it can't be exploited, but you can do more strategic things. It'd just be a damn shame if this doesn't happen, but
Oh, absolutely.
that's the way it goes.
Yeah, I think what they're doing with the like with characters too, what they're doing with that, I think is really cool because they're bringing characters from other indie games such as Shantae, Shovel Knight, even of course Skullgirls.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's really awesome. They're supposed to be like the playable characters, so it's even cooler, I think. So again, like this is really gonna be a cool game if it can just get a actual release. So really can't wait for it. It's also on consoles such as PS4, so
And Xbox One.
Xbox
and they're
One.
holding contests where you can get like stuff like that for like speed runs, Z speed runs.
Yeah.
And
fan art, cosplaying, yeah. But yeah, I think Indivisible really deserves to be real and to become a reality. So I'll be sure to like leave a description for for the Indiegogo crowdfunding stuff, and you guys should really check it out. I think Indivisible really deserves it. So yeah.
yeah, it's the top like it is the top of like most funded and trending in gaming on Indiegogo. So we can only hope. I mean, I don't think any other game that set a goal that high has ever gotten that close.
Yeah.
Like,
I feel like even if it was just it didn't reach its mark, I think it's still possible for them to bring it out. But but who knows?
I rather them have done it the way they did do it, with the high budget instead of setting like, oh, you can get kind of a fucking bare ass skeleton game if we hit this minimum amount, but then we'll have all these like, what are they, milestones? And then like all the stuff that you want in the game, yeah,
Hmm.
not in that you would want in the game. Oh, looks like you don't get to do it because you didn't hit that milestone. 'Cause that's almost a boner killer too.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. We can pretty much move
Best
on.
of luck, Lab Zero.
Yeah. Best of luck to you, Lab Zero. Oh, yeah. I forgot to mention, Lab Zero even came into Ender's stream.
All right.
Yeah, it was one of those few hours of like, man, I found some time to play the game, sit down and play a game. I guess I'll stream, like turn it on middle of the night. I didn't even have notifications on in the settings I was using, but I was just chilling for a few hours, and then Lab Zero showed up. They helped me get out of the boss pit so I could actually go fight the secret boss. So now I've beaten the game in its entirety, beat the cat. Very, very fun fight. Yeah, had to think a lot harder. So
Yeah, I thought it was really cool. So, yeah, best of luck to you, Lab Zero. Really hope that the game happens, and yeah, I'll be sure to pick up the copy and all that, and enjoy the hell out of it. All right, so again, I guess we can talk about quickly with two arcade games. Dissidia being well, I think it's already in arcades. I have no idea how is that doing in Japan, but there was news that it was going to be Dissidia arcade machines opening on November 26th, which I believe has already been passed. So,
Where do you think it's gonna be though?
what's up?
Like,
isn't it
here.
coming to consoles?
Yeah, well, that's what people
Just
want
PS4.
are speculating. It's still a speculation, but
I thought it was confirmed. I must be
No.
dreaming.
I don't know.
Definitely will be.
I mean, I think it will be because the arcade machine is already using like PS4 Lite controls. So I feel like it is going to be on consoles anyway. In similar case with Pokken, which I would like to bring up because a while back, Pokken was actually being pulled out of arcades because of the reactions, I guess, with the Japanese audience. What do you guys think about that? Before I go into that,
I don't know. That's hard to say. I mean, I don't really know too much about arcades in general anymore because like who goes and takes the time to go to arcades anymore?
Mhm.
It's kind of like it's just one of those old things that people don't do anymore. Kind of like PC rooms, if you guys remember those.
yeah, or internet cafes.
Yeah, internet cafes. I mean, we still have them, but it's just
Yeah.
We have one in
not
Torrance.
like it's not like we do it all the time like we used to.
Yeah, because it's just all in our home, and it's like, why should we?
Yeah, exactly. So I don't really think it's a problem as long as the sales do well in terms of the Wii U.
Yeah. Of course, the
I
Wii
think
U's.
that's honestly what's influenced it getting taken out of arcades, so that people who want to play it maybe have to,
Get the
get
Wii
it
U.
on Wii U or get a Wii U. Like,
Yeah, and the Wii U
Maybe-
sales is not that great either. It's still
well, overall as a life cycle, like they're picking up. I mean, they have some good deals coming out for like the holidays, and I think more people are buying Wii U's. But it's just, this is all just speculation. I have no official numbers, but it's like, it's in the shadow of a Wii. It just is
yeah.
not doing well.
Hmm.
So, but it has a lot of good games.
It does.
It just sometimes the games make me cry. Like, I don't think we're
Kinda
gonna
like
talk about Mario
GameCube.
Tennis yet. Yeah, GameCube.
right.
Despite like I used to think that GameCube was
shit.
like an amazing game. like our
console,
amazing
yeah.
game console, because I didn't own it and I felt like everyone had it, and
Yeah,
turns out did not sell that many units, and I'm like, really?
did not.
GameCube had so many crazy good games, and
Yeah.
like all my friends had it, and you're telling me not a lot of people bought it, so
Yeah, I
I don't
mean
know.
that was the last time we had F-Zero, and that F-Zero was really good.
Mm.
And because of the sales that the Wii U had, or not the Wii U, the GameCube had, we're probably never gonna see it again until like the NX possibly.
Yeah, possibly.
Oh,
Otherwise,
not to mention, yeah, there's that. The NX is coming around, so who's gonna want to like invest on a Wii U when they know a new console's coming out?
Well, I mean, we like it's still of course in speculation of what the NX really is, but it's most likely a console. Blah blah blah.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, we still have to wait. We still have to wait. And we still getting games coming out for the Wii U, and nothing really has been said for those games coming out on the NX. So I think it still has enough reason for people to get them. I don't know. I mean, again, I mean, like Ender said, it's a great console. I mean, in terms of like how the games are, and it just
Has a lot of good games.
there's a lot of good games just being
Still
overshadowed.
kind of stuck in the past. Otherwise,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just a bit.
A lot of people just see it as an addition to the Wii, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Yeah.
People still think you can't play used games on Xbox Ones.
And one of you brought up Mario Tennis, and I kind of failed to mention I did play Mario Tennis Ultra Smash very recently. I play with a friend, and also I played with Max online. Just I just pretty much sniped him
Mind
out.
you didn't queue up to play with Max.
No.
You had to find him. You had
Yeah.
to snipe him out of a fucking search.
Yes, it was just a random search, like boom, like I just hit that singles match, whatever, and then just wait.
Hope I get him.
Hope I get him. Yeah, exactly. Like, there's no private lobbies. There's no, there's no way to play with your friends online. That's what's happening with
From what
this.
I saw, there
so
wasn't
good.
really much content to it either. Like,
It's so empty
I
comparing to.
watched Giant Bomb's quick look, and I was like, wow,
Yeah.
that's some bare ass bones ass fucking game.
That's the word to describe this Mario Tennis. It's super bare bones. It looks pretty, but it's just
I heard it's like the controls are really good, but
yeah, the gameplay is fine. It's just there's just not enough meat on the bone. That's the problem with it. Especially when you click on the online menu, it's just so empty. All you just see is singles and doubles. That's it. There's no friends. There's no playing with friends. That kind of thing. You can play with a friend next to you. That's about it. And you can still play 4 players offline. And you need to have your friends come over. But yeah, otherwise that's about it.
So you would say that Mario Tennis, if there's any update for now, is good for only renting.
It's a good rental. Yeah, definitely. It's a
Let's
definite.
go visit Blockbusters then. Oh wait, what's that?
Yeah.
Redbox
Red-
does game rentals.
I don't know if
Yeah, a
Mario
lot
Tennis
of-
is available at Redbox. Otherwise, you have to pay up $50 if you really want to get it.
I'm pretty sure there's more like rental services than Redbox. There's GameFly,
Yeah, GameFly.
shit
Yeah.
like that, and there's another mailing one that's not as popular, I believe. That
Mhm.
might not be around in a couple years, but
Mhm.
whatever.
Yeah. Yeah. Otherwise, don't. I cannot say I would recommend getting Mario Tennis right now. Hopefully they somehow update the game with more modes. Then that'd be great. Then it'll be much more of a complete game. If they did what if they did what they did with Splatoon, then great. All right.
Yes.
But I wish that they've just done that.
Let's say a $20 game.
It's
overall.
definitely a $20 game. Yeah, exactly. There's fewer characters right now, so it's just another gripe I have. There's some new characters, sure, like Rosalina, great, but
Fairy Girl from 3D World, right? What's her
3D,
name?
yeah. I forgot her name. It's like Sprixie or something like that.
It's a green fairy.
Yeah, Green Fairy, Green Pixie, whatever you want to call them.
Does anyone care about that character?
No,
Somebody somewhere does.
Somewhere,
Probably.
someone out there does, but
Where's Birdo?
Birdo's gone. And the Birdo's not there.
What happened to Birdo? Are they like ashamed of Birdo or something? Like
Yeah, I
no
guess, I
longer in
mean-
Mario Kart or him.
Maybe they stumbled upon some Rule 34 and then they don't want to give them an HD model to, you know,
Well, you gotta plug that mouth of hers, his.
do anything.
All right.
That's one way to look at it. Yeah.
So yeah. But yeah, hopefully Mario Tennis gets updates, but I don't know. I have a feeling it really won't because I feel like they're just like, all right, it's Mario Tennis, get out of the way, and we'll focus on other games. And that's
We'll
it.
focus on Animal Crossing Amiibo Festival.
Oh God. Or
doors
fucking.
are-
Was that
over
really
there.
free? One of y'all told me that was free, and I haven't
It's
checked.
supposed to be free.
It was
but the
supposed to be
thing
free.
is,
It was in
I
the
think
trailer.
The physical copy is you have to pay for it. But as far
Yeah,
as like
but it came
in
with
the
2
future-
amiibos.
Yeah, as far as the future goes, we're gonna probably have to wait until like they start selling the those amiibos individually, until it becomes a free thing possibly in the holidays. That's just my speculation. I don't know.
I think they're using the holiday rush to their advantage and try to get money from that as much as possible.
Which is smart on their part.
Yeah. But oh man, fuck that game. I mean, I haven't played it, but fuck that game. Because I want my real Animal Crossing
I was
bitches.
actually excited about that game. And
I
then
wanna
it
play it.
was. I don't, because I'll just be upset I can't play with my friends.
All right, because
That's why I'm not even gonna rent it. I'm just
I mean, you could at least play with your girlfriend, right?
nah. She's not into Mario Tennis.
No, not talking Mario Tennis. Talking about Amiibo Festival.
Amiibo Festival? Oh,
Yeah.
sorry. My brain's
cool.
still just sad about Mario Tennis. Amiibo Festival? Nah.
Nah.
She'll probably. I don't know, but she hasn't been into Animal Crossing lately.
Yeah.
Maybe when the next actual installment comes out, she'll get super excited, and then I won't see her for a few weeks.
Don't say that, because that's what I went through.
No, that literally what happened. I got her a new Leaf a couple Christmases ago, and man, I know that island music. It was like my lullaby. I fell asleep to that stuff, man.
Well,
Nice.
see, that was the opposite effect. I thought this was, when the PSP was, that God system. I bought Crisis Core for 3 weeks. 3 weeks, okay? I didn't talk to my boyfriend. Do you know how pissed he was at the 4th week?
Well, it's not like she totally ignored me. It's like she was just constantly playing it.
No, I
Yeah,
get
that was me.
So-
I constantly played with it, and I didn't talk.
Oh.
And
Ah,
still
well,
to
I
this
mean,
day,
that's the
he
life of a
never
gamer,
let
man.
that down.
Life of a gamer.
That's pretty
No,
much
life
what
of a
happened with my
gamer
girlfriend, though.
is this is the life of a gamer. If you're playing an MMO
Oh my god.
and you're just starting new, and your friend or your boyfriend or girlfriend, it's like a few months ahead of you. They know how to play the game. Gets pissed at you for accidentally aggroing the whole entire room, and you're just sitting there next to them, going, "Are you seriously getting mad at me for this small, slip up?"
That's like
My foot. My foot is by your computer's power button. You want to see what happens when that kicks? Yeah, so that's why we don't play MMOs together anymore.
All right. We can pretty much move on from what the hell we were talking about. I'm just gonna. There's just a whole bunch of Wii U stuff. Fucking Wii U shit. Yeah. Anyone have thoughts on Tekken 7?
Not really.
Not really.
Not really excited about it, to be honest with you. 'Cause
Yeah.
Not really a big Tekken fan. I'm more excited about Pokken.
In Street Fighter 5.
Street Fighter 5, yeah, for sure.
Mm-hmm.
For these fighting games, I'm more interested in Pokken, but overall, when it comes to new games, it's pretty much whatever is coming out in 2016. Like, the Fire Emblem game. Final Fantasy Explorers. What was that? Horizon? Was it called
Oh,
Horizon?
Log Horizon.
Yes.
I mean, not Log Horizon. Sorry,
Log-
Horizon. Yeah.
Horizon Zero Dawn.
Why you hurt me?
Log Horizon.
That-
Sorry, but no.
That show is not gonna be picked up for a while because the creator is in jail at the moment.
Oh wow. Well, huh.
Yeah, the creator of Log Horizon, everyone, is in jail because he forgot, quote, forgot to pay the Japanese, taxes. Forgot.
Oh, taxes. Okay.
Oops.
Tax evasion.
Yep.
That's interesting. Well,
So-
but yeah, and I feel like, oh my god, like 2016 is gonna be just holidays part 2, especially early 2016. Like we got freaking Uncharted 4 coming out. Yeah, Pokken, Street Fighter 5.
Any of you guys pre-order Pokken yet?
I have
Not yet.
Same here.
on Best Buy.
No incentive to really pre-order.
Hmm?
I'm not incentivized really to pre-order it, even though
Like the only reason to pre-order it is to get that Mewtwo skin.
Or the card.
You get that, yeah. that card.
maybe I'll pre-order it, but like holidays, man.
No, I get you.
Yeah.
Like,
Right
there's
now.
not, I don't have that
My
many games.
Indivisible money comes back to me, then I'll
Wow.
pre-order it.
No.
Wait, isn't
Well,
it
let's just
supposed
hope
to
it still
come out?
becomes a thing, though.
Wait,
How
Yeah.
much
Yep.
money did you put into Indivisible so far?
120.
Holy crap.
Yeah, I know, right? Jesus.
Wait, when is frick. Shenmue supposed to come out? Is it next year?
When
Or...
it's ready.
But they
That's
already
right.
hit the goal.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
right.
it's coming out when it's done.
it's done.
When it's done. Pretty much.
When's
Uh,
Marvel then?
When's Marvel? Yeah, well, that's not gonna
Marvel is
happen.
every year in theaters.
Yeah, you're not wrong.
Yeah, that's true.
Speaking of theaters and Marvel movies, you guys excited about Civil War?
Like I said, I have not really paid attention to movies, so obviously I don't really care.
I'll see it.
Yeah.
I'll watch it.
If I have the
Good.
chance, I'll see it. It's just I don't really pay attention to movies.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
But
Um,
you are gonna see Star Wars, right?
Yeah,
Oh,
yes.
hell
That's the
yeah.
only movie I'm actually excited for is Star Wars. I already bought my ticket. I'm going to see it with my friends, and yeah, that's
Yeah.
that's been done and done. So,
On the side of Star Wars, I am gonna see on opening day the Warcraft movie.
oh shit.
So,
tell
I'm
us
gonna
how
go
that
with-
goes.
Yeah, I'll tell you how it goes because I'm going with all my Warcraft friends that plays it, and I'm just gonna be in that theater going, "Who's that? What's that? Ooh, what's that?"
What's that?
Who's
Talk
this?
during the movies, you're fucking shit. I hate people who talk in theaters. I
Yeah,
literally
like, who's
hate
this
them.
faggot?
I hate people who talk in theaters. I don't care if you're with your friends. It's not like you and your friends are in a private room. That's acceptable.
Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah, you're kind of like Adam Kovac from Funhouse. He actually
oh my god.
he
Luckily,
totally.
I was not enjoying The Good Dinosaur because there's so many fucking kids, man.
Well, see, that's your fault. You went to a Disney movie, expect to see kids.
No, Danielle. It was Danielle's idea. I didn't want to go. But like people who talk in theaters are just
Yeah, man.
make
I
me
get
so
you.
mad.
Yeah, I know. I understand it. It's it can be bothersome. Like you pay this money to see, to experience a movie with all this like stuff, the surround sound and all that shit, and then you have like a fucking like this like douchebag like in front of you like on his phone with that screen shining in your face, or you have a kid just rolling around and being bored or whatever. That's what happened when I was watching the first what was it, the first one? I don't know, either Avenger movie. This kid was like just running back and forth, and you're just like kind of whiny, and he's just bored of it. I'm like, dude, how does a kid get bored of fucking Avengers? It was a great fucking movie, and he was
Because there's a lot of talking.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
The
Expect
This
a lot.
kid doesn't want talking.
Yeah.
well, even I don't know, like even during the good parts too, like the kid wasn't. I don't know. He just didn't seem to enjoy it, and everyone else was enjoying it. All the other kids were
He's a
fine.
DC fanboy then.
What's it?
Maybe he's a DC fanboy.
Maybe he's a Spider-Man fanboy. What?
DC fanboy.
Spider-Man's Marvel.
Yeah, man, that's
No.
Marvel.
But you don't see him in Avengers.
Spider-Man
Well-
is Marvel.
You
But
will
you don't
see
see him in
Spider-Man
Avengers.
in Avengers.
He's not in Avengers though.
No, he will be.
I know he will be, but he wasn't though in the
No,
movies.
he wasn't, but he will be.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
Well, we'll just have to see about that.
Well, Spider-Man's name. Well, he wasn't name dropped, but he was mentioned in that, man.
He's gonna be a thing in Civil War.
Oh yeah, that's been something I've heard too.
Yep, and we
Yeah.
already saw how Black Panther looks.
Yeah, looks cool.
Yeah. We can pretty much bring up what happened at Paris Games Week. Just bring up a few games that some of us remember, like Detroit. Anyone want to talk about Detroit? Before I...
Oh,
No.
No. Yeah, Detroit is basically a David Cage game with
so it's a movie.
yes, it's an interactive movie. They hit buttons.
Barely
What?
interactive.
Huh? Well, I mean,
I'll use the James Willem example.
yes.
Hey, you want to go play pool? Click no. Nah, I don't want to. Oh, come on. Oh, okay.
Wow.
So it's like a really badly made visual novel.
There's no choice.
There's no choice.
Yeah, that's why I say a very badly made
Very,
visual
yeah,
novel.
yeah. Because there's no sense of choice. Oh yeah, that reminds me. I did play Minecraft Story Mode, but anyways,
Isn't that on episode 3 now?
it's on episode 3. I have not played that one yet.
How
I
do you
played.
like it?
I played the 2 episodes. Episode 2 was really short, which kind of left me a little disappointed. But the first one was very. It definitely is a good start. Definitely nice introduction. Get to kind of know the characters. This definitely has its charm. But episode 2, I feel like nothing much happened. That's why a lot of people kind of expressed their disappointment before I played it. I was like, oh, I was kind of curious. So played it kind of recently, and yeah, I kind of felt the same way.
How do you like Minecraft Story Mode?
Well, I mean, even with episode 2, I think it's still a fun Telltale game. I think it's a good game for to introduce people to Telltale games, because I feel like this is like really easy. So it's like a nice introduction for that kind of genre. It's a nice like way to introduce them to those kinds of Telltale games, and because I feel like other ones, like if you make a wrong choice, you can die, or that character that you want to keep dies, or none of that really happens in Minecraft so far. But I don't know. It's a pretty lenient Minecraft, yeah, because you have a big health bar. It's kind of like a reference to the original game. I mean, I don't know. It's a nice introduction game for
That's good.
for Telltale people. But anyways, what was also announced at Paris? Oh yeah, the new Gran Turismo game. I don't know if anyone is interested in that, other than me, because I'm a big racing game fan.
The
All
only
right,
person-
but I take that as silence as a no. So.
Sorry.
Are we still talking about Paris Games Week?
Yeah, Paris Games Week. Yeah.
Alright, I'm going back to sleep.
So that's pretty much like what I want to talk about from Paris. Really wanted to bring up Battleborn a little bit. How do you guys feel about that?
Wait, what?
Battleborn?
That's been it's Gearbox's, the creators of Borderlands. It's been their project for a while, but it's been delayed, and it's constantly getting overshadowed by Overwatch because it's kind of a similar game. Like, I honestly feel like they thought of the same kind of idea of like a hero shooter at the same time, but they didn't know the other was doing it. Had they known, I don't think that Gearbox would have put all those assets towards it still. They might have moved on to like Borderlands 3 or something else.
Yeah.
Because Blizzard really just knows how to sell their games. I mean, that's why Activision noticed them. Like, man, these guys make a lot of money. We like money. You guys want to be
making money together. Let's do
Mhm.
that.
Overwatch is also coming to consoles. Yeah.
Yeah.
Is it?
Yeah.
Yep.
Cool.
But I'm getting
PS4
it
and
for the
Xbox One.
PC.
Mm.
I
And
might
What?
get
I'm
it for
still
both.
still
Because I
angry
have a
at me.
feeling PC competition is going to be a lot harder than consoles. And then maybe if I just get wrecked on PC, I might just.
Like casually on.
Yeah, and plus there are some people who will get it on consoles, and if I ever end up streaming it, I'll be like, all right, guys, let's all hang out and we'll all play or
So
whatever.
what console are you gonna be getting it on?
I'd get it on all of them if at the time it comes out I have all the consoles.
Mhm.
Okay.
Just PC for me.
All right. I respect that.
And I'm sorry, Ender, that you couldn't get into the beta.
Well, that's fine. I'm actually over it now. Because I'm like, I wouldn't have time to play. It'd just be more upsetting. I barely have time to play the games I do have.
Mhm.
So,
Let me see.
But you
Oh.
really have to play as Winston for me, Ender.
hi there.
Hi there. Hi there.
I was just trying to see if there's any more games on from Paris. So yeah,
I think
I
they showed some more E3s, the stuff that was already at E3.
Yeah.
They showed the Horizon Zero Dawn, what was shown to the press behind doors. I think that was Paris Games Week.
Did they show?
I think PSX is the next thing coming up. So.
Mhm. Oh, anyone considering No Man's Sky?
Nope.
No.
No.
Yeah, I'll play it. I mean, I don't know where all the hype around this game's coming from. That to me, that is like a game that I would play. Like, oh, I got a few hours to kill. I'll fly around space and do whatever. Like, I don't see it. I don't understand people fucking losing their minds for this game. But I haven't really been paying attention to it much myself. So I have a feeling we're gonna have another Fallout issue because people just might be expecting too much. So whenever
Yeah.
that game comes out, I'll probably be playing it. So
Well, wait. Did Paris Week? Did they show anything about Square's games?
No.
Okay.
Wait, did they? No, wait.
I don't know. I didn't.
Not-
Honestly, as much as I've been listening to podcasts and listening to what has been happening with Paris Games Week, I haven't really paid too much attention. Like it's been kind of a blur. So like I think PSX is the next thing we're gonna have like something really crazy announced, and that's mostly PlayStation stuff. So
Mhm.
whenever
Yeah.
PSX rolls around.
Mhm. Let me see here.
So that means Kingdom Hearts will never happen.
We can now pretty much move on and wrap it up after that. Wanted us to talk about the argument of gameplay versus story. Like people have always said, one is more important than the other. What do you guys think of that?
Personally, you gotta have the balance.
Mhm.
I think it depends.
Go ahead and elaborate on that. And
I think it depends on the game,
Okay.
honestly. But yeah, go ahead.
Yeah. Like if the gameplay overshadows the story, it's a hit or miss. But if the story overshadows the gameplay, then it's kind of like a piece of crap. Well,
Wait,
that's
the story
how I see it.
overshadows the gameplay?
Yeah.
I can counter argue with that with like BioShock Infinite. Because like the gameplay or the mechanics of the gameplay is very, very simple. It's nothing new in terms of a shooter game. It's just a shooter. But the story was fantastic.
Yep.
And that makes it a great game. Because of that. Because it's really the journey or the adventure that they drag you into that really sucks you in.
Adventure.
Mm-hmm.
Adventure.
Yeah, I mostly side with Cwiet. It depends on the game, because there have been games that have fucking god awful stories, but the gameplay was so fun that I kept playing it. Or maybe the stories weren't god awful; they were just kind of very basic or bland or cliche.
Yeah, I think.
But I enjoyed playing the game so much I just kept playing. Whereas there's also games where the gameplay was fucking terrible, or like segments of it were really bad. but I was so invested in the story, I kept going. So
Yeah.
I mean, it's dependent on the game, what kind of game it is,
Yeah.
and what may have already been established with like a series. Like if a series is known for story, I think they kind of have, I guess, an obligation to continue to deliver story, unless they come out and specifically say this isn't a story-driven game. So it's hard to tell.
Well,
Like Mass
remember-
Effect 1,
Yeah,
what
it's
I
gonna-
think had a great story, and like, but some of the gameplay was kind of bad, like Mako missions, and then a lot of the shooting was very like cringy. But Massive that they did better on that in Mass Effect 2, and they were able to deliver both good gameplay and story. So it's like I think it depends on the game. Like I
Yeah, it
know
really
there's
depends.
games
Yeah.
out there like people talking about Battlefront not having a story. Uh,
Yeah.
no, I think it's because that game was more multiplayer focused. Could I think that it would help the game? I don't know. I don't really think it. I think it would hurt the game more than help. But to that being said, the Star Wars license, there's going to be some good Star Wars story-driven games coming out because, with the new episodes coming out.
Yeah.
So I don't think there's need to worry that it needed to be in this game, even though the game really delivered on that Star Wars power fantasy.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm trying to think of a game that had like great gameplay and a bad story that I won't get too much whiplash on.
I don't know what was that DMC game that was like totally freaking bad. The
DMC?
story. I think it was Devil May Cry 2 or 3.
No, that one was just bad altogether. Like story and gameplay.
Wait, which Devil May Cry?
Devil May Cry 2. That's why all the ones since go backwards.
Mm-hmm.
Like 3 was before 1, and then 4 was before
2.
4 2. So like that.
Did you want to say anything more, Quiet, before I go in?
I guess another example you can say is like, yeah, I think in terms of like good gameplay, bad story. I mean, I'm not gonna say freaking Smash Bros is like a completely different game, but like if we're
Fighting
gonna
games,
say,
yeah, that's a great
yeah.
example.
like Brawl. Look
Most
at
people
that.
don't give no shits about the story.
Yeah.
Or even like honestly, like look at the Mortal Kombat story, or like
They weren't always like that.
yeah, it wasn't all that great, but it
Ladders.
still was good. It was still fun. So I'm gonna just say it's all your preference. It's really a matter of preference. In terms of a really good game, it should be well rounded. It shouldn't just be one thing over another. I mean, it's kind of like comparing visuals versus audio. I mean, you don't really appreciate it because like you expect audio to be good. You expect the audio to sound appropriate to what it looks like. But if there was no sound effects like person, everything wouldn't sound as good. Let's just say that.
Oh, I can get on that shooters things when fucking games like shooters don't have like their sounds sound like toys.
Yeah.
It hurts the game for me, honestly.
Yeah, that's exactly like pretty much what it is. But like I'm not gonna say that you just need one thing or another. There should always be some combination of the two. But depending on the game. But yeah.
Yeah, I think like fighting games, it should have some story. Like you have like biographies for each character, so like kind of gives them reason why they look like that. I think it's cool to have story for those characters in fighting games, but I think like a story mode it's cool and all, but I think it's just not necessary. I mean, as long as the gameplay is fun, then yeah, then that fighting game is fine in my book. But when it comes to like, let's say JRPGs, then it's just like an absolutely just boring thing if it has no story at all.
Honestly, after watching like Max's like playthrough of like Final Fantasy VII, I can't really say the story is all that great. It kind of goes everywhere, and it's kind of weird.
But it still has like they try to be in depth with the story nonetheless. Yeah. it's still like if it had very minimal story, it would definitely hurt the game.
Oh yeah, very.
Yeah, because you have like no reason to be grinding. It's like we kind of had this conversation earlier before we started recording. Like it gives you less reason to grind. It's like, why am I doing this? Like, who am I fighting? Why am I fighting this guy? Why this person feels this way or whatever. Like it's pretty important in our RPG game. But when it comes to like a fighting game, then you just kind of need to come up with a biography kind of that makes sense, and then that's it. You can move on from there. But I think like story is just important as gameplay because it gives character to it gives that game character. It definitely helps separate it from other games from in that genre. I mean, if we have no story for the rest of our games, then those games are they're definitely going to feel all the same. So that's why I think story is there to help differentiate each other, and it like molds the world that you're gonna be a part of. And I feel like a good example of even with the gameplay not being so elaborate or in depth is Soma. Like this whole subject kind of like made me think about that. Like a game with that's very minimal, but the experience with the story is like it's pretty vast. And I felt like Soma delivered pretty well with the story. Meanwhile,
I think another thing about story that since you brought up Soma, is the like, well, I'm not sure if you would tie this into gameplay, but being able to develop atmosphere in a game, I think can also, like, if you can make the world believable, would you consider that to be a part of the gameplay or be part of the story?
That's part of the story.
Yeah, that's story.
Really? Like the way you interact with the world and the setting?
Oh, yeah.
I think that's all story?
That's
story. That is
Yep.
story. It's
Look at Skyrim.
I think it's more of a design to like
in
a
terms of
designer's thing
gameplay,
to
I
it.
would say like for me, gameplay would be like
But if
physics
it's
of the game.
all, but like in that case, if it was aesthetics and stuff like that, you would say that Battlefront actually has a really great story because the aesthetics are really good and the scenes and setting.
It's based
But
off
is
the
that-
story of Star Wars. So
It's based off the story,
yeah.
but is that actually the story of the game? That's what I'm talking about, like atmosphere.
I mean,
Like Soma
in the
created a
setting,
really suspenseful atmosphere.
in the setting
But-
of what they give you in Battlefront, it's
Mhm.
the scenes of the actual like movies, right?
Yeah, but that's not a
Okay.
real replacement for like story in games. Like you,
But the
it's like
aesthetics of
I think that would be considered part of the gameplay. It delivers on the Star Warsy gameplay because it gives you blasters and like areas that are from the movies that you want to see. So
Mhm.
you know,
Yeah,
I
I understand where you're
It's
going
how you
with it.
interpret it in that way. But for me, I just see like whatever I see from like Battlefront as like anything aesthetic. It's just reference to the actual like movies.
Yeah,
So,
it's like Battlefront. There's no like real interaction going on, so that's no story there. And even if we're just talking about visuals, it's just I don't know that can just go anywhere. But
yeah.
like if you're trying to set a world, you need stories in order to do that, not gameplay. In my opinion, I don't know. That's just how I see it. I think this it's the story's job is to like kind of set the world for you, not the gameplay. The gameplay is there for you to have fun. For whatever game like, yeah, I don't know. I kind of just try to come up with a game, for example, but yeah, that didn't come to mind. But anyways, yeah, I think story and gameplay are go hand in hand, and you shouldn't really leave out one or the other. I think they're
Or it
both.
just depends what you want. Like depends what you're looking for too. Like in terms of a game.
Yeah, I think like adventure games need story and also gameplay, but when it comes to like competitive games, like I would say like minimal story, but more emphasis on gameplay.
Yeah.
Yeah, like Call of Duty, fighting games, that sort of thing. But I think like story does definitely make the character more hype. So like,
Makes you feel more invested and more involved. That's
yeah,
for sure.
it definitely does help bring people in and keep like maintain a fan base and kind of help keep it going over the years. Especially like with Street Fighter, like there's no real story going on, but like but for each character, like with after you start understanding their origins, what their goal is, it kind of makes them more exciting, or well, depending on which character you're gonna stick with. For example, like Sean, he's like this like Japanese Brazilian guy who's trained under Ken and just trying to be the best, and he's like the underdog, so you kind of just like want to stick with him and cheer him on so he can like be the best or whatever. And then you have someone like Dan that's kind of like trying to be that too, but I don't know, it just adds more to it and adds more substance to that character, because otherwise every fighting character will be the same if they have like this, like if they don't lack that story. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So yeah, I think in the end, story and gameplay, yeah, they should have equal treatment. I think it's really important.
You
So.
know, it has great story, gameplay, and characters. Hawk,
Yeah.
Undertale.
You should play it, Hawk. You should really.
Just bring like your laptop or whatever, Cwiet, to like
Just do
his
it.
house.
I don't have
Just log
laptop.
on to his Steam under your account and install it, and like play it like
I
just
could-
here.
You know what? I'll buy it for you, Hawk.
Oh
He
my.
won't let me buy it for him.
Oh
Buy
god.
it for you, Hawk. It's a good game. I don't understand. Like,
I know it is, but
at the
why you
same
dodging
time,
it?
I know we're damaging your experience by pressuring
kinda
you.
Yeah.
that's true.
So that's like,
But the thing
if
is,
you
we
really don't want
care
to play
so
it, we
much
can't
about
force
it.
you to.
We like it so much that we just want to share that experience with you. But like,
I don't
you're
like it.
You don't like it?
He
Wait,
just
serious?
doesn't like. He just doesn't like what he.
Comic
went
Sans.
through.
he doesn't like Sans.
Well, he doesn't
Sans.
like what he went through. We'll leave it at
Yeah.
that. We're gonna leave the spoiler free ish.
Yeah.
I don't know.
You think that the run I did was fun in the beginning?
Mm-hmm.
Then it would just go to south.
And it'll go south. Can't
Yeah,
wait.
because the
Like
difficulty
Mexico.
spikes up, right? Like Ender said.
Yeah, the difficulty literally spikes.
Yeah, you think you set the difficulty to 9, like in Smash?
You ever play
Oh, you're fighting against a low.
Ikaruga?
What?
You ever play Ikaruga?
Oh, Ikaruga. Yeah.
Yeah. Like just imagine like high level Ikaruga.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I've. Oh, all right. Okay.
Or
But
just pretend that you'll be fighting at least 60 level 50 amiibos.
Oh, God.
Isn't that like a special thing where you fight a bunch of Miis that are like level like
We're just fighting Cruel Melee or something.
Yeah, it's
Like,
Cruel Melee.
Cruel Melee? Yeah, I had to kill one thing to unlock a stage or something. I don't know. I remember.
Yeah,
getting
you had to
pissed
kill.
off.
Yeah,
I had to fucking cheese something.
yeah. I managed to do that too. I did that with Ike.
I did it with some sort of cheese.
you gotta fight with your
You did it with
friends.
EK?
I think I did it with Kirby, and I did some spit out real close to the ground thing because I don't wiggle out or something. That's not
Oh.
really.
Yeah, right. Do you guys want to talk about or what you think is coming up for Smash announcement in December?
Oh right.
Yeah.
Bayonetta.
Okay.
Oh,
I'll just
I wish.
jump in on it. I want Isaac, I want Wolf, and I
Bayonetta.
don't know. That was the third character. I just totally forgot about it, but I don't remember.
Bayonetta.
Those are the only two characters I really want. Maybe Banjo-Kazooie, that would be cool. Bayonetta.
Yay!
I want Bayonetta, but
I want a Corneria stage.
oh my god, yes!
Corneria
Yes!
stage? Yeah.
I want
The
Terraria.
N64 one.
That would be
That's
cool.
Sector Z.
Yes, I want the N64 one.
Oh, all right, then Sector Z.
Just bring back all the 64 stages.
All of
No,
them?
you already got a handful of 64
Because
stages.
what was it? Fuck the
I want the
Yo-
Metroid one.
Brinstar.
Yeah.
That's a pretty good one.
Yeah.
I did
with
not
the-
like
with the acid.
the Pokemon one.
Oh, was it
Saffron
Vermilion?
City was actually I really liked that one.
Yeah,
I
that's
need that
fun,
one.
man. You got Charmander
I
coming
didn't
out.
like Yoshi's stage in that one.
Yoshi
Those
stage?
freaking clouds on the edge, man.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Screw them clouds.
Screw those
I
clouds.
really wish they. Well, I hope they do bring it back. Pokefloats. I want to play on that
Yes.
stage.
Pokey floats, yes.
That was in Melee, yes.
What if they brought back the other Pokemon Stadium?
Which
The
one?
one on Brawl.
No, Melee. Melee. I'd be okay with that. I'm alright with that.
Eh,
Mm.
no,
It
I'm
would be a
okay.
kick. It would be a kick to the nuts if they brought back the ice climber stage, but no ice climbers.
Oh my god, no. Did anyone play the Ice Climber stage?
I did.
I did.
The story.
Really? That's all I have to
I
say.
really, you guys.
Really? No, that's
You know, besides characters, I've kind of said this to Cwiet and during his art stream that one of my predictions for what's coming up in December is first off, this could be the last big update for Smash, and also part of it is also if you've noticed the lettering for the announcement at the end of the Cloud trailer. You kind of it's like a very blown up image of Taboo, or that's what people have been saying, and I think that makes sense. And also at the end, they played Brawl music during that, so there's been speculation and I think that they're now gonna bring in story mode because we're gonna have all the characters in there, so now we can include story mode, maybe.
Well, that makes sense because they could do a story mode easily in Brawl because like there was no DLC, so
Yeah.
I could see that.
Actually, what would be a good character to finally play as? If they're bringing Taboo, bring both the hands.
You already have both the hands.
But can you play as Master Hand or Crazy?
You've never been able to
Yeah,
legally
yeah.
play.
Yeah, I never was able to play those characters.
You had to do some weird ass exploit in Melee. Like
Exploit.
that was like a one frame like selection timing that would like make the RAM go crazy and you would play as Master Hand.
Or it's like
Just-
it's like hitting Lucina multiple times to play as John Cena. No, I'm just kidding. No.
Cena.
Cena.
Y'all, if y'all go over and Steve starts doing that, one of you just got to do that for Cena.
Oh,
Yeah. Yeah, I'll probably be the one to do that, but no. Yeah. So I really think Subspace Emissary could make it into Smash 4 finally because yeah, like I said, that's like all the characters we're getting. So therefore, this is gonna be the last big update. Otherwise, like the rest of the updates are just gonna be gameplay changes or balances, patches, and stuff like that. I hope they fix fucking Tourney or whatever it's called, because
Right?
what
I forgot that thing existed.
Yeah.
It doesn't.
because basically what it is, it's just Mario Kart, but with the Mario Kart point system, but with Smash, which is
I'd rather just, which makes sense for a racer, not
Yeah.
a fighter.
but not a fighter.
I'd rather just I don't know. Whatever.
I mean, there is a tournament thing, but it's only for glory. You can't set that up with your friends. That's
I know.
a big gripe about it.
Um,
Ugh. Well, I really hope they fix that. But
hopefully, when NX comes out, they learn from all their mistakes and they aren't that old. They clean their earwax out.
yeah,
Something.
yeah, I
'Cause
think
I'm
they're
really starting to dig Nintendo games for their gameplay. It's just I'm getting kind of upset with the way they handle them.
yeah, Yeah. At least they handled the
If I
censorship.
can't play Fast Racing Neo with friends, I'm fucking done.
I
I'll fast race somewhere else. I don't know.
was about to say, at least they handle censorship a little better than, let's say, Street Fighter or the guys at Capcom with Street Fighters.
I don't
Well,
think
That's a
we need
different story.
censorship. I think we should say censorship debate for somewhere else because first of all, that's not censorship. That's because censorship is like, by technical standpoints, like addressed by like a government, like the equivalent to like having to take swastikas out of Wolfenstein for
Mhm.
Germany's version and stuff like that.
Germany.
Germany.
Yeah, Germany.
well, they're. I don't know if it's solid.
People
yet.
like to use the word censorship a lot.
Yeah,
Let's just say that.
Okay.
but I don't know if this is solid yet. But apparently, we America and Europe are not getting Extreme Beach Volleyball 3,
No, that's official. We're not getting that because they don't sell well here.
and also that they're scared of something.
That was a community manager. That's not actually that quote was a community manager. That wasn't even like a like an official
state.
statement. It's literally because they don't sell that much here. But it doesn't matter if you want to get it, you better get that PS4 tan line booby slip exclusivity.
See, I'll play it even though I'm straight.
Oh
Quiet.
man. All right.
Yeah.
All right.
If you want it, you can get it. People, yeah.
And then I'll stream it.
And get all the
You're
views.
Yeah, because I'm straight. And watch my channel get banned.
I think you can stream beach volleyball. Like, there's a list of games that you can't stream on Twitch. There's like a bunch of like rape games out there, and then there's like Shower with My Dad,
And I'm pretty
Simulator.
sure Honey Pop is up
I
there.
played that. It was funny.
Shower with My Dad simulator.
Yeah. It's
Wait,
on
can-
sale if you want to get it.
No.
Wait, can you Can you stream Talking to a Boyfriend?
What?
The pigeon dating
I
sim.
don't know. I think we're done.
That's another game you should play, Hawk. It'll test you.
Yeah.
I mean, look at those pigeons. They're so cute. So kawaii. And they're male.
All
Trying.
I know is that one of the games in 2016, I'm gonna definitely pick up Digimon Story Cyber Sleuth, which I kind of forgot to mention earlier. Yeah.
But did you watch the first movie of Digimon Try?
Not yet.
I watched
Get
it.
out.
I thought it was okay. I'm gonna be completely honest with you. I love Digimon. I thought it was okay.
See,
What?
what I did not like about that movie, they did not confess their love to each other.
I don't care about that. It just animation quality is just okay. That's all
Yeah.
I'm saying.
Well, the new way they did the Digivolution sequence was pretty okay.
That's cool. That's 3D.
Yeah.
As far as the animations go, it's just okay.
Yeah, the animation was. Yeah.
Okay. Story
But-
was okay. We got a new character with I don't know with new Digimon. That's
But
okay.
we gotta wait till March next year for part 2.
Yay!
Yeah. I don't
Yay.
really care. I'm like done. I don't really care about it. I'm
You
just
can't
being
be-
completely honest.
You can't be done with Digimon. Digimon is done with you.
Nah.
I'm alright with that.
Well, I guess we can end it on that note. I mean, unless you guys want to bring up something we have yet mentioned.
There was something I thought of midway through a conversation that I can't think of anymore. So maybe we'll talk about it later.
Yeah, next time. Then, yeah. All right. So, thank you guys so much for listening in. Another episode of the Hypecast. All the links to our social media stuff will be in the description box below. So check those out, and we will see you guys next time on the next episode of the Hypecast. Later.
Peace.
Later, everyone.
Peace out.